Once upon a time in my former life, I used to work for USGS as their science communications specialist person. I forget what my title was, it doesn't matter. It was the 150th anniversary of John Wesley Powell traveling down the Grand Canyon on the Colorado River. And so they wanted a podcast to commemorate this event. I was assigned this task. I was like, I need to get John Wesley Powell's original journals. So I got on my Google machine and I looked it up and I was like, where are John Wesley Powell's original journals located? Oh my God, they are at Klein Library, which is in my backyard. So I went over to NAU and I said, hey, I want to look at John Wesley Powell's original journals. And they're like, cool, you can totally do that. But I just want to tell you that right now it is 4:45. We close at 5 o'clock. In order for you to look at John Wesley Powell's original journals, you are going to need to check in, put on gloves, put all your stuff over in this section, and then I will sit here and I will watch you read John Wesley Powell's original journal. So I was like, well, that sounds complicated. I don't really want to do that. So I went home and I got back on my Google machine and I found on Amazon that you could find the transcription of John Wesley Powell's journal article for like $8. So I was like, cool, that's what I'm going to do. And ended up being that the podcast wasn't made because, money. DNA contains the instructions for which cells can build proteins. But the DNA is too valuable. We don't want it to get damaged. We need a cheaper version that if it gets messed up, we're going to be fine. We can mess up the cheap copy of the transcription of John Wesley Powell's journal article. The dog chews it up. I spill my coffee on it. Or just buy another one off of Amazon for $8. It's not a problem. In this analogy, that is the function of RNA. And this is what we send out of the nucleus and into the scary cytoplasm in order for our proteins to actually get built. The process of taking DNA and creating RNA. The name of that process is transcription. Okay? We're transcribing it. We're just copying the words down. We're not changing languages. We're just rewriting it. Okay, so I could like to think of DNA and RNA as nucleic acid language. Okay. The process by which we take that cheap copy of the instructions, our RNA molecules, and we're going to then use those to build our proteins. That process is translation. Okay, because now we're going from nucleic acid language into amino acid language. Right? Remember that amino acids are the monomers of proteins. So if we're going to talk about the process of transcription and translation, make sure that you are studying the differences of those words. I will tell you that with my bio majors, these two terms would constantly get confused. So transcription, we're staying in nucleic acid language. Translation, we're switching from nucleic acid language to amino acid language.